Gambling, politics, and ancient curses all come together in The Curse, a novel set during a time when two Indian tribes built the world's two biggest casinos in the southeastern corner of the state. It's a novel written by Bob Steele, who is the vice chairman of an international marketing agency and a graduate of Amherst College and Columbia University. Bob, welcome to Connecticut Style. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
Talk to me a little bit about your background.
Well, I represented Eastern Connecticut in Congress during the 1970s. And then I ran unsuccessfully for governor of Connecticut. And after that, I left politics, and my wife and 4 children and I moved to Ledyard. And we lived literally on the edge of the Mashantucket Pequot Reservation for some 21 years.
So you saw these massive casinos going up firsthand.
Well, that's right. It really gave me a front row seat to watching the political maneuverings that led to the casinos and then seeing their impact.
Now, the book itself is fictional, but it's based on a lot of facts, would you say?
Yeah, the book is a novel, and it begins with the Pequot War back in 1637. And then the book jumps some 350 years as these two tribes, the Mashantucket Pequots and the Mohegans, once mortal enemies, reemerge to build the world's 2 biggest casinos. And in the story, a fictional Connecticut family becomes embroiled in a battle to stop a 3rd casino that threatens the family's town and ancestral home.
The main character, not based on you, but you have a lot of insight, would you say?
Well, you know, I knew so many people who were both pro-casino and anti-casino and were affected positively and negatively by what happened that I had an opportunity to draw from a lot of sources.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about The Curse. What would you say The Curse is?
Well, the curse is several things. One, it is a literary device for me to use to show the connection between a soldier in the Pequot War who is about to kill an Indian sachem, and that sachem delivers a curse to him. Then, as I say, the book jumps 350 years, and we meet the 13th century descendant of that colonial English Puritan soldier. And it is his family that becomes embroiled in the battle to stop this casino.
There's a lot of history there with the book.
There's a great deal of history and a great deal of research that went into it. That was part of the fun of writing the book.
And also, it's in the news today. Coincidentally, it seems like, with Springfield maybe getting a casino, that type of thing.
Well, that's right, Teresa. And I had no idea when I started the book that it was going to be so timely by the time it was published. But you're right. You know, Maine now has its first 2 casinos. Rhode Island just converted one of its 2 slot parlors into a full-scale casino. Massachusetts is in the process of selecting sites for 3 new mega casinos. And in Connecticut, we're now starting to see the results of the competition and the recession, because casino revenue is way down in Connecticut. It is plummeting. The layoffs have begun, and now we're beginning to see more and more the downside of what's happened here in Connecticut.
So really, a lot of people see the positives. Maybe you're going to get more jobs, more revenue to the state, but there's a whole other side of it that people neglect to see.
And there's a whole other side to it. The casinos have created a pervasive gambling culture in southeastern Connecticut. They have sharply skewed the economy in southeastern Connecticut toward low-paying service jobs, and they've also resulted in a sharp spike in the number of pathological gamblers. And the big thing now is the state of Connecticut, seeing the revenue, the casino revenue beginning to decline, is now doubling down. It's just approved Keno, which of course is essentially electronic bingo for restaurants and taverns and bars. And it wants to put video slots in places like Sports Haven here in New Haven and other OT bidding parlors. But the big thing going forward is now internet gambling. Nevada and New Jersey have now approved internet gambling for their casinos. And Connecticut's governor is on record as saying that if other states begin to do that, Connecticut should follow quickly. Should we do that, it would be the equivalent of putting a 24-hour casino in every house, apartment, and dorm room in the state of Connecticut.
Wow. All right. The book, again, is available just about everywhere, Bob?
The book is around here. It's available at R.J. Julia and other bookstores. It's available both as a soft cover and as an ebook on Kindle from Amazon.
Very good. Bob Steele, thank you so much for being here. Stay with us, more Connecticut Style after the break. We'll be right back.